Right, guys. Chelsea have just beaten Lille, the champions of France, last season by 2 goals to nil, and Chelsea made it look fairly easy. To be honest, they were missing a couple of key players tonight, and they just made it look fairly simple. Mason Mount was missing for them. Reece James and Ben Chilwell, obviously still injured, have been for a long time, and Chelsea just made it look so easy. They found it just so easy. The first goal came from Kai Havertz. He had a couple of good chances early on in the game. He should have scored at least one of his first two, but he managed to score the third opportunity. Good header from a corner. None of the Lille defenders picked him up, so that was poor on their part. But it was a good header nonetheless. And from then on, Lille just didn't really look like creating anything. Renato Sanchez had a few good moments when he picked up the ball, but he was by far Lille's best player and their only real good attacking player altogether, to be honest. He was the only player who looked like doing anything with the ball. Jonathan David, who has recently been massively linked to Arsenal, just was really quiet in the game, didn't really offer much, to be honest. I don't know if you put that down to he had a bad game or he's not in good form because apparently he hasn't scored in his last 6 games, or whether it was just really good man marking and defending from the likes of Thiago Silva, Christensen and Rudiger. Yeah, I was also interested to see Lille, because they're one of these teams that are like a bit like a market for Premier League teams to sign players from, because we've seen quite a lot of players come from Lille to Premier League clubs over the past few years, like Nicolas Pepe to Arsenal, Gabriel to Arsenal, Boubakary Samare to Leicester. And obviously right now, as I've already said, Jonathan David is linked to Arsenal as well. Arsenal seem to like Lille. And Sven Botman's also been linked to Newcastle. Newcastle really wanted to sign him, apparently. And also there were a couple of interesting names who, you know, a lot of English football fans would recognise, like Hatem Ben Arfa and Jose Fonte, as well as who else did they have? Burak Yilmaz, who obviously used to play for Galatasaray, and Renato Sanchez, who obviously won the Euros with Portugal. Yeah, they were quite poor, though, I thought, Lille, to be honest, for a team that won the French League last year. Now, obviously, the French League is definitely the weakest out of the top 5 European leagues. And you know, when a team is from France or are in the Champions League, they don't very often stand a chance unless it is PSG, obviously. There are a couple of exceptions to that. Lyon had a good run a couple of years ago, and Monaco as well, 5 or 6 years ago now. Yeah, but Chelsea today, N'Golo Kante was just immense for them, winning the ball so often in midfield, bringing it forward, and like he was faster with the ball than the Lille midfielders were without it. He is ridiculous, Kante, and he showed that once again today, playing a huge part in Christian Pulisic's goal. And it was a good finish from Pulisic to get it under control, and when he was off balance, still managed to flick it over the keeper. Like, there's no way Timo Werner's scoring that opportunity. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't even back Romelu Lukaku to score that opportunity the way his form's been this season. So yeah, Pulisic did quite well to score that. But there have been a couple of negatives for Chelsea. in the lead up to their game against Liverpool on Sunday in the League Cup final. Tonight, Hakim Ziyech and also Mateo Kovacic both got injured and had to be subbed off. So that would be a big blow for them, as Ziyech has been performing brilliantly recently. However, you would think, okay, just put Mason Mount in for him then. And Kovacic, you'd think Jorginho, but Jorginho didn't even get 5 minutes tonight. When Kovacic got subbed off, they brought Loftus-Cheek on instead. So I'd assume that's just saving Jorginho for Sunday. But yeah, that they are a couple of downsides to the night for Chelsea. But yeah, Chelsea made it just look quite easy, to be honest. Lille didn't really offer much at all. And when Ben Arfa came on, obviously I haven't heard of Hatem Ben Arfa or seen him play for a long time now. But one of the most talented footballers I've seen play for a team in like the lower half of the Premier League when he played for Newcastle, and I think he also briefly played for Hull City. He had all the talent, but he just, sometimes it just doesn't work, whether it's down to his own desire of does he want it enough? I know that sounds like a stupid question, but it is the case sometimes. He just doesn't seem to have fulfilled his potential that he had 9 or 10 years ago, or however long it was he was at Newcastle. Probably was 9 or 10 years ago. That's depressing. That is half my life ago now. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I'm as a Liverpool fan, I am slightly worried about Sunday. I think Chelsea are going to be really tough to beat. They've got a ridiculously good defence in players like Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Christensen's good as well, alongside them too, and obviously Azpilicueta is, he never rare, like 99 times out of 100 he has at least a 7 out of 10 game. It's very rare he has a poor game. And obviously N'Golo Kante, and well, it's looking like Jorginho in midfield. That's not going to be easy to come up against. You just hope that Liverpool can nick a goal and deal with the threat of Chelsea's front three and win the game. Well, at least I hope that anyway. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.